straight out to Jessica D'Onofrio with WKMG, who broke the news that this case is heading to a secret grand jury likely on Tuesday. Jessica, what more can you tell us?
Well, Nancy, we do know that that is going to happen on Tuesday. This case is going to go to a grand jury. They will hear it. It'll be the last case that this grand jury hears before they dissolve. I know that family is going to be subpoenaed. They will testify. We're talking about George and Cindy Anthony, Casey's parents, being called to testify in front of that grand jury. And the more and more I talk about it with people I know who are very close to this case, it's looking more and more like they are going to go for a murder case here instead of a manslaughter case. The idea being, why not go for all of it and then get manslaughter or something lesser later? But, you know, I think that people really need to know that this investigation, they have hair samples, air samples, they have cadaver dogs alerting to the trunk of Casey Anthony's car that there was a decomposing body there. And, you know, they have a lot more evidence that we don't know about, particularly involving motive here.
Mark Williams with WNDB News Radio 1150. Significant. In the Florida jurisdiction, only certain and limited cases go to a grand jury. Explain.
Well, what we know is that it's only capital cases that go to the grand juries here in the state of Florida. That's been the way it has proceeded for the past many years. And, you know, any place from 2 to 20 or even more witnesses can be called in front of a grand jury. Now, right now in the list, there's about 35 law enforcement officers ready to testify against Casey Anthony.
Have you seen the list?
Not yet, but
then how do you know there's 35 people set to testify?
This is what I'm receiving off the street from a lot of my sources that I've contacted and talked to over the past day or so. And of course, as Jessica reported, George and Cindy Anthony supposed to be there. Lee Anthony obviously will be called as well. And they've also taken those DNA swabs, both from George and Cindy, but they needed a search warrant to get a DNA swab from brother Lee, who didn't want to give up his DNA initially.